Psych and Business podcast. We're here to show you how practical psychology can be useful and make your workplace better. I'm Dr. Ernest Wayde. Now, last week, I talked about active listening, which is really listening very carefully to the person who is speaking to you so that you can make sure you're understanding them. But what about when it's your turn to talk? How can you communicate well at work to help the people listening to you, your boss, your employees, your customers? How can you talk to them in a way that helps them to understand you? Let's make this practical and walk through an example that I see a lot. Let's say you're a new manager in your organization. Things were rough at first. You actually used to be part of the team, and now you're leading the team. And while you love being a member of the team, it's really different being the boss. You were having trouble understanding what the team needed from you, but you listened very carefully to last week's episode, and you've been trying to make sure that you have been giving the person speaking your full attention by putting down your phone and looking them in the eyes. You have not been interrupting them or rushing them, and you repeated back to them what you thought you heard and have been working on appreciating their point of view. And yeah, now you have a better sense of what the team is saying, and you really understand what they need from you, which is all great news and has helped the team be more effective and efficient. But here's the thing. You as the boss are also responsible for getting things done. To do that, you need to communicate with the team, but they aren't listening to you. You've actually thought about having them all listen to the last episode about active listening, but somehow you know that's probably not the best idea. So what now? You need to learn how to communicate with your team in a way that makes it easier for them to listen to you. I know what you're thinking, or at least what I used to think and what I've heard many leaders say. They should just listen to me because I am their boss. It's my job to tell them what to do, and it's their job to listen. Well, okay. How's that working for you? I'm going to guess and say probably not getting the results that you want. Don't get me wrong. As a leader, you may have the authority to direct your employees, but they also have the choice as to how they respond to that direction. If you want them to do what you want, behave in the way that you want, you need to influence their behavior, not just mandate it so that they come along with you willingly rather than you having to drag and force them along. Now, the great news is communication skills, just like listening skills, are something you can learn and improve. Here are some simple ones to start you with. Before you even speak, before you meet with your team, have the right motives. This will help you stay focused on what really matters. What is it that you need the team to do exactly, and why? Why do you need them to do it? Everyone wants to know why. It helps us all get on board. Be clear, concise, direct, respectful. It's not an either-or situation. You can be clear, direct, and respectful. A great example of this is your tone. Be mindful of your tone. Don't yell. No one likes to be yelled at. Watch out for your emotions. You need to maintain control of yourself. Pay attention to their reactions. Watch for the cues, the nonverbal cues that the employees are giving you as to how they're receiving your message. And then finally, invite feedback. Ask them what they think. This will help you to clearly understand if your message is being received as you want it to be. And when they're talking, remember your active listening tips. Specifically, give them your full attention. Look at the speaker in the eyes. Don't interrupt. Listen to understand their point of view and not to argue. Again, I want to remind you, just like active listening, effective communication is a skill, and like any other skill, it'll take time and practice to master. So make sure you practice having the right motives before you start. Are clear, concise, direct, and respectful. Keep control of your emotions and ask for feedback. Keep at it, and these skills will help you improve your relationship with your team and the overall functioning of the team as a whole. Okay, if you've enjoyed this episode, please consider subscribing and leaving us a review. Feedback is a gift, and we love gifts. Thanks for listening, and I hope you'll join us again next time.